Brought to you by Penguin.
The Secrets of Hartwood Hall, written by Katie Lumsden and read by Olivia Vinall. When I think of Hartwood Hall, there are moments that come back to me again and again, moments that stain me, that cling like ink to my skin. My first view of the house, a glimpse of stone, of turrets and gables, tall windows and long grass, the sound of Louis's laugh, bright and golden, eager and young, Paul's hands in my hair, his body pressed against mine, the silver locket, the dim portrait of the lost girl faded and worn within, lying cold in my bed at night, covers pulled tight around me, listening with my good ear to murmurs and taps in the darkness. A figure in the distance, a shimmer beyond the lake. There, in the corner of my eye one moment, the next, vanished, leaving an empty impression behind. The sound of a gunshot in the dark, running footsteps, burning flames, and black, black sky. Volume 1. Chapter 1. 4 weeks after we buried my husband, I found myself in the back of a carriage, trundling slowly uphill. The road was rough, the carriage ill-built, my black dress heavy, my eyes heavier. I had that kind of tiredness running through me that comes not from lack of sleep, but from lack of rest, lack of calm. My body ached for something new. Beyond the windows, I could see sweeping hills, tall grass swaying in hedged fields, rows of trees and distant apple orchards. We rattled by farmhouses and far-off villages, past great houses set back from the road, then green-brown wilderness for miles, not another carriage or even a labourer in sight. The sun streamed down on rivers and pathways, on dairy fields and scattered trees. This was a quiet part of the world, all mud and sun and sky. I had caught the Great Western Railway from London to Bath the day before, emerged into a busy station in a cloud of steam. I'd stayed overnight in a quiet inn, then taken the post-chaise to a town I had never heard of. From there, a carriage was sent to meet me. I had thought at first it must be from the house, but when I inquired after Mrs Eversham, the driver only scrunched up his nose and said, "I don't know, ma'am. Never heard of Hartwood Hall before now." He had been instructive from afar, I supposed. He knew no more about Hartwood Hall than I did, and that was precious little. That the mistress was called Mrs Eversham, that she, like me, was a widow, that she, unlike me, had a child. Louis Eversham, my new charge, a boy of 10 years old, and that was all. I had met only with an agent in London, a stout woman of around 50 with iron grey hair. The study in her house in Cheapside was grey too, with dull-coloured furniture and cushionless chairs, a huge ledger adorning the pedestal desk. "And you have been at several places, I see," she'd asked, surveying my references. "Yes." "You are 9 and 20? "Yes." "This last character is from 3 years ago." I swallowed. Another mark against me. "I have been married, ma'am." She glanced up, taking in my black dress, my widow's cap, with a quick nod. "A recent loss?" I hesitated. If I told her how recent, she would think ill of me at once. "A little while ago," I said slowly. That seemed to satisfy her. "You play the pianoforte, of course?" "Yes. French, German, Latin?" "Proficient in all, ma'am." "You can teach mathematics and the sciences as well as reading and writing?" "Certainly." She glanced back down at her desk. "I see you have some trouble hearing." "None that has ever caused me difficulty, ma'am," I said at once. "I cannot hear in my left ear, but my right is very good. You will see, I think, that my former mistress mentions it only to note how little it affected my abilities." Once more she nodded, and I shifted uneasily in my chair. I needed work. I needed something. I had lost positions before because of my bad ear.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?